Okay. So the second game we have for you, again, not sponsored. This is called Kill the Clock. This game is actually planned to release in just a few days, June 4th this year. This game is going to be released on Steam. It does not have a listed price yet, so I'm not sure what the dev is thinking about for price. This is the developer's first and only game on Steam. Again, I didn't check in other locations such as Epic or Itch.io to see if they have other stuff under the same name. And again, this is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. Alright, so we have a warning. This is only 35% of the first of 4 chapters. I don't think we're making it through all of that anyways, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so options, we've got music, we've got sound effects, resolution, language, we support English, Japanese, Korean, it looks like. Yeah. And we are going to start a new game of Kill the Clock. I cannot give you a cat boy. What we can do is, first of all, we can listen to Professor Oak. They're going to ask, are you a boy or a girl? And then they're going to ask what kind of build we are. Think like a D&D character where you can pick like a class and then distribute stats. So think to yourself, what kind of character would you like this to be? And it doesn't have to be even in the realm of detectiving. If you're like, I want my character to be a musician that is just really good at punching stuff, we can probably make something close to that happen. So get those ideas flowing. We will see what the options are in just a sec. This is a train. Why am I here? Investigate the train. We could probably be some kind of musician, poet, actor that has no charisma. Also, again, a note, I can see escape does something. I'm pressing other keys that would be part of Konami code. I'm not quite sure how Konami code would work this, because again, it seems like a point-and-click kind of game. There's a red potion inside the suitcase. Why is this here? Did I pack it? Better take it just in case. We have a health recovery potion, so we can take damage. Today's newspaper. How do we know it's today? Dated October 13th. There's an article urging an investigation due to a recent rise in counterfeit currency circulation. There's a photo of Veritas Ford Square hanging on the wall. There are spare clothes and daily necessities inside. Looks like it could last about a week. It's an empty notebook. Did I bring it to write a journal? I believe we can. So we're about to open up the thing in just a sec. A train ticket from Thistlebrook to Veritas Ford on the Midnight Clock Railroad Company. Passenger, no name, it's 1945. Okay, it was the same. Okay, blah, blah, blah. We have a ticket number, blah, blah, blah. Okay. We can raise a question. A ticket to Veritas Ford. Why am I going there? I am. So here's our thing. So first of all, male or female, which all that seems to change besides appearances if we're Raymond or Ramona. We have an occupation, which all has different boosts. So we can be a detective, which gives us more gold coins when we investigate. We can be a journalist, which increases our chance of bribing, where we spend gold coins to increase friendship. If we fail, our friendship decreases. Athlete, exercise at night by using up your next day's energy to get +1 strength. Salesman, get a 10% discount on purchases in a store. Artist, you can draw at night by using up your next day's energy, can gift your art to others. So those are our occupations. And then we have strength, which is used for combat and throwing. Agility for stealth and running. Charisma for persuasion and bribery. So depending on what our background is, it automatically gives us certain stats. I can't nuke them. I can't go higher than 5. Intelligence. Bonuses to dexterity and psychology checks and luck. A consumable stat that when activated with focus grants a bonus to all skill dice rolls, restores daily at the start of each day. And then we have skills. Again, I cannot nuke these. I cannot go higher than a 10 on a skill. We have combat. Ability to fight, self-defense, intimidation. Dexterity. Used for precise movements such as picking locks, sleight of hand, handling small things carefully. Psychology. Your ability to read emotions and motives, uncover lies, and detect nervousness. Persuade. Your talent for convincing others. Use charm or logic to gain trust, extract information, or get people on your side. Throw. Throwing is just its own thing. Your accuracy and strength when throwing objects could be useful. Stealth. Your ability to move undetected helps with eavesdropping, avoiding danger, and sneaking into restricted areas. Running. Your speed and stamina, escape from threats, chase down suspects, or avoiding hazards. Bribery. Your skill in using money to sway people can open doors when words alone won't work. So that's what we have. There is no direct bard. Probably the closest thing to a bard, I guess depending on your point of view, is either an artist or a salesman, depending on whether you think being a bard is an art or whether it's just being charismatic. I guess also being Raymond makes us taller and gives us a bigger bag so it can not hold more things. Alright, so I'll give people a second to kind of put their thoughts there. You don't necessarily have to know anything about D&D. Basically, how this is going to work is we're going to have a bunch of skill checks, or a bunch of checks, that are going to rely on these things. So strength, agility, charisma, intelligence are going to be our base skills. So if we're doing something physical, it's probably going to be strength-based. If it's dexterity, it's going to be base agility, and so on. And then probably you're going to put your skill on top of it. And then you're probably going to roll just like a d6, a standard die, add those values, and beat a certain number. If you beat it, you succeed. If you don't, you fail. Tie usually means winning. So, I guess the questions are Raymond or Ramona, occupation, and then just a general feel, and I will build the stats off of that. Knights of the Old Republic was a great game. Oh, what was this question mark? Okay, here we go. A bit more information for people while they're making their choices. Dex, strength, charisma, intelligence grants a roll bonus to the relevant skill. Luck is consumable. So it sounds like luck is you can kind of give yourself a bonus or like retries on something. Yeah, and then the higher the skill stat gives you a bonus to successes. So for example, let's say right now we're trying to throw our bag at someone's head. And that's strength plus throw. So we would get a bonus of +3, and let's say we roll a 3. So 3 plus 1 plus 2 would be 6. If the skill check was 6 or lower, we would succeed. If it was 7 or higher, we'd fail. That's how I imagine this is going to work. Unorthodox and ridiculous builds. Okay, some ideas for you. So just unorthodox, we could have a salesman who all they do is intimidate people or bribes them. So they don't use their charisma, they use intimidation and give away money to make the sale. We can do an artist who paints in other people's blood, again by just smashing their face onto the canvas. A detective who's just entirely corrupt and pays people money. We could do a stealth journalist. Or an intimidation-based journalist. We can do a corrupt athlete who just bribes people to win. Throw everything. Okay. Do we want to be good at throwing things? Next question. Do we want to be good at the thing? Because if we want to be good at throwing, probably an athlete is the best. Okay, so we're just going to be a throwing-based athlete. We're also going to be very lucky. And we have 3 other points. I guess we have to run at people so that we can be in range to throw things. Okay. So, we are an athlete. Strength and luck based, we can run and throw. Alright. My name is Raymond Solon. I work in Thistlebrook as an athlete. I was supposed to be on a business trip. Why am I headed to Veritas Ford? I'm sure I was in my room. Okay. Looks like a half-finished cup of coffee. I don't know about half. Pages of the journal are filled with clippings from the Veritas Ford Post. Seems like a random assortment of articles rather than focus on any particular topic. Unidentified medicine. The writing's too faded to read what's in the letter. Veritas Ford Post celebrating International Adoption Day. X. Linda Mayer, 37. William Mayer, 42. Vincent Mayer, 10. Yeah, that's right. I got on this train this morning in order to kill the man with my own hands by throwing something. What a peaceful town. Everyone looks so happy. Now this isn't time to worry about others. I need to find out if he's still living here. It's been a while since I've seen this house. The door's open. Is someone inside? He's alone. This might be the perfect chance. Let's go in. Someone else might be inside, so I should be as careful as possible. When a specific action becomes possible, a skill selection screen will appear. Check the values on the right and select the skill you want to use. You'll then roll the dice to determine if the skill succeeds. If the sum of the dice plus your skill meets or exceeds the required value, the skill will succeed. You can spend luck to increase your chance of success. You can stack it up to your current luck value, and luck replenishes every morning in-game time. So we need, if I understand this right, we need a 4, and we have a 3, so we should automatically succeed on this? Oh no, never mind. Okay, we succeed. Easy. I don't hear anyone. Is the place really empty? Yes, if throw is an option, we will default to throw. If he's anywhere, it'll be the study. Throw a temper tantrum because we didn't kill him. Yeah, I didn't expect that either. What the hell, I haven't even done anything yet. I've blown the floor down, tell me he's dead. I cautiously moved closer and placed my hand beside his nose. No, he's not breathing, he's really dead. What to do now? I came here to kill him myself. Yeah, murderer. What? No, calm down, I didn't do this. I'm not careful, they'll think I'm the killer. What do I do? If the target's friendship is 1 or higher, you'll gain a bonus point on your dice roll. Friendship is not consumed when... I like the fact that they have to specify friendship is not something you consume. You can consume items to gain bonus points on your dice roll. Items can be purchased in shops or found during investigations. Health is lost in combat can be restored by certain items in the menu. All health is fully restored every morning. Okay, do we want to fight her, persuade her, or run? Is run our second... Is it throw and then run? Or those are like top 2 options? KOTOR feels like it could be based on like the old D&D. If you've ever played like Dungeons and Dragons online. Okay, run it is. See ya, nerds. Good thing we have a plus 14 to run. I need to get out of here fast. As I opened the front door, I locked eyes with a man in a police uniform. Murderer! Officer Owen, that person killed my husband. A murderer! What did you do to Mr. Mayor? No, we'll hear the full story at the station. I'm not the killer. Damn it, I'm gonna get arrested at this rate. I didn't kill him. I've got no excuse for breaking in. I need to escape. I bolted out to the street, dodging the officer. I'm sorry. Stop right there. Damn, he chased me all the way here? I need to run. I need to throw. Is it like advanced D&D? Huff huff, did I lose him? Yeah, it seems so. Huh? Who are you? Kenneth Taylor? Oh, no, we got Kenneth again, guys! Dang it, Kenneth! Seriously, who are you? Yeah, right now I think avoiding Officer Owen's pursuit is more important than figuring that out. Here, I'll give you a disguise kit. Why don't you change your appearance a bit? You received a disguise kit. Does this guy carry disguise kits around all the time? Some of these items are weird. Wait, why are you even helping me? You don't even know who I am. Commotion at the mayor's estate was loud enough for even me to hear from outside. A murder happened, didn't it, Mr. Mayers? That's right. I'm being mistaken for the killer. I see, then let's hurry and change your appearance, and lose them for good. Hey, are you even listening to me? I'm being framed for murder, and you're offering to help? Yeah, of course, I already know who really killed Mr. Mayor. Me, Kenneth, the incompetent. What did you just say? Talk about that somewhere after. Somewhere safer, unless you plan to toss that disguise kit out. I suggest we get moving. If throw is an option, we are yeeting the disguise kit. He's suspicious, but he's right. I should go along with him for now. Alright, I'll change. Okay. Jeez. How obnoxious do we want to make our character? We could also just finish and have done nothing. I thought this was a pipe. I like the idea of the Groucho Marx with the eye patch. Yeah, I feel like no one will be looking at us with a face like this. Yeah, seems good to me. I guess this works. Too better than I expected. I feel like I should be insulted by that line. Carrying those disguise tools was worth it. Who even carries stuff like this around? I'm grateful for the help, but I shouldn't trust him too much. He could be a con artist. Since you're already in disguise, wouldn't it be better to use an alias until you're cleared? The officer's seen your face, and since you're not from here, it wouldn't take long to confirm your identity by checking the train records. So what name would you like to use? The name I'll use is... Not a... Murderer. I'll go with not a murderer. Not a murderer. Nice name. Well then, shall we head to a safer place? Where am I? Here at the Daybreaker Pub. This is your idea of a safe place? Yes, please come inside. Welcome to the Daybreaker Pub. I'm Kenneth, the star employee here. Sorry, just slipped out the moment I stepped back into work mode. You brought me back to your workplace? Kenneth, where have you been during your shift? Ah, Miss Camilla, I brought in a brand new regular. This is our new regular, and what was your name again? A new regular? Why is she looking at me like that? Start with a greeting. Aha, hello, I'm Nada. Nada? Well, alright, I'm Camilla Barnes. I own the Daybreaker Pub. Oh yes, if you want to do the test raid. I'm not sure, it might have a thing that limits you if you are at 1 viewer or less to avoid spam, but this would be a good test. For now, you're a guest, just relax and drink plenty if possible. Kenneth, make sure you do your job properly, got it? Yeah, of course, Miss Camilla, I'll work diligently. Anyway, I have an appointment now, so I'll be off. Did you see that? See what? And since when was I a regular? You said you'd tell me about the real killer. And then you just bring me to your pub? I'm not in the mood to buy drinks from your place right now. Shh, there are other people here. Keep your voice down. I think I brought you here just to boost sales. That kind of hurts, you know. Perfect. Thank you for testing that. Yeah, welcome in, Raiders. Like I said earlier, I know who the real killer is, and you just met her. You mean Miss Camilla? Shh, keep your voice down. Wait, hold on, isn't Miss Camilla your boss? You said you work here. Yes, she's my boss, but that doesn't make her innocent by default. I mean, that's true, but why do you think Miss Camilla's the killer? How can you be so sure she killed Mayor? Do you have any proof? I do. In fact, Camilla was William Meyer's mistress, and they had a huge argument recently. When I asked her what the fight was about, she yelled that it was all his fault and that she'd kill him, and then he ended up dead. I'm convinced Camilla lost control and actually went through with it. William Mayer was having an affair? I mean, that's not really the point here, but Still, it seems unlikely that Miss Camilla would actually go through with it. Who makes a big scene about killing someone then actually does it? Think so? Maybe it was her way of declaring war. Really think that she's that reckless? Heh, no, not quite. Actually, I think there's another piece of evidence. The sound of something breaking was heard. Dear, looks like a customer spilled their drink. I'll go clean it up. The boss just scolded me about working harder after all. We got black wine, health potion, green wine. Oh, we can throw stuff at people? And we have 500 gold. Okay, we're gonna buy a green wine to throw at someone. I'm sure that was a very, wise financial decision. A young man with orange hair slumped over the bar. A customer? Looks like he drank too much. Probably the one who dropped the glass earlier. Camilla, don't go. Close to Camilla, even in sleep he's saying her name. Photo Camilla and Kenneth are smiling from a banner celebrating the pub's opening. Ah, that photo, I remember it. Ellen the reporter took it when the pub first opened. It's not long after I moved to this town. Thanks to Camilla, I was able to find work. I'm grateful. Yet you're reporting her as a murder suspect right away. I'm grateful, but it's also tough working under a potential murderer. Is that the staff room? I wonder if I can get inside. Our staff room is usually locked. The boss keeps all kinds of documents in the safe back there. She even forbids me, her only employee, from touching what's inside. Trying to sneak into the staff room, how bold of you. I wasn't really trying to sneak in, I was just curious if it was open. A half-emptied whiskey bottle sits near the slumped-over young man. This is no time for drinking. What should I do now? I guess we gotta talk to you. I'm really sad that throw wasn't an immediate option. Kenneth is busy cleaning up the shattered glass. We're working hard even though the boss isn't around. Of course, I'm a star employee. I always give it my all no matter who's watching. Didn't you just get scolded for slacking off earlier? I see. You have something to say? No, what should I do now? Can't you just wait here until the boss, the real killer, comes back? Well, a wanted poster with your face might come out sooner than that. The police already know what you look like. Then shouldn't I not be waiting here? Sure, you could either wait for the culprit to get caught or go find the real one yourself. Seems like those are your two options. Thanks to me, you already know who the real culprit is. How convenient, right? No, I mean, we actually don't have any real proof that Miss Camille is the killer. Snore. We're all just talking in his sleep. Should continue the important part of this conversation when there are no other guests around. Luckily, I have a vacant room at the inn I booked. I'll lend it to you. You can sleep there tonight and come back to the pub in the morning. An inn? Yes, an inn, unless you happen to have a cozy place to stay while on the run. Well, no, but why are you doing all this for me? Maybe I'm just too kind to ignore someone being wrongly accused and chased down? We like running, though. Why is he still hiding something? He just keeps getting more suspicious. I have no choice for now. I'll accept his help. Having a place to sleep is a huge relief. Thanks, I'll make good use of it. Alright then, are you heading out now? I think we looked everywhere. Yes, I'm tired. I should go get some rest. Quite the day. Go get some rest. I left the pub and followed the directions Kenneth gave me to the inn. Too much happened just one day. It's overwhelming. Didn't even get to take revenge myself. Now I'm mistaken for the killer? Could have killed William Mayer, and why, and how. It's good night, Samuses. No point in sitting here overthinking it alone. I'll do as Ken said and go to the Daybreaker pub tomorrow. Whatever the case, finding the real culprit and clearing my name comes first. This place is nicer than I expected. Maybe I'll look around before bed. There's a lot of food inside. I might get hungry later, so I'll take one. Framed portrait of a woman. It's slightly crooked, and behind it is written Y3X2. Just graffiti? That palette? Does Kenneth paint? Fortunately, I probably can't use it. I'm not an artist. Dumbbells? I wonder if Kenneth uses them. Athletes shouldn't skip workouts, but I'm just too tired today. I'll save it for later. Oh, so if we were the artist, we could use this. Since we're the athlete, we can use that. Okay, sure. We gotta make sure we're ready to throw stuff and run. Let's warm up a little. Or that. Maybe I should jot down a quick summary of today's events. I can't afford to forget key details when tracking down the killer. Okay. So we automatically write down stuff. Oh no, our disguise! So bright, is it morning already? Alright, supposed to meet with Kenneth at the Daybreaker pub. I need to get my disguise on and head out. Ah yes, there's our wanted. Why are we already wanted dead or alive? Also, 2,500 is only like 5 bottles of that expensive wine. Come to think of it, he never said what time to meet. I guess it's okay to go. Something feels different. Why do I have such a bad feeling? Is there anything other than our poster? What the hell? That's my wanted poster. Better keep quiet. If I make a scene, I'll look suspicious. I'll just take one with me. My wanted poster's actually out there. I should talk to Kenneth about what to do. This place is the same even in the morning. Ah, Nada, good morning. It's not a good morning. Good morning, Kenneth. Like Miss Camilla isn't at the pub today? She came by this morning and rushed out again. I mean, something serious happened to her lover. Of course she's busy. Or rather, maybe she's busy because she did something serious? So, can you tell me about the other piece of evidence you also mentioned yesterday? Suppose you should. But actually, I'm a bit busy this morning. Something I need to finish. Why don't you take a quick look around the pub first? He looks exactly like he did last night. Is he okay? Don't tell me he's been sleeping like that ever since last night. Oh, there's more. Not interested in wine? Found a popular bottle. Want to buy it? No, I was just browsing. If you ever feel like having a drink, just let me know. We've got every kind of liquor you can imagine. Of course, nothing's free. Right. Seriously, he seems suspicious. Kenneth, do you have a moment now? Of course. You've been waiting a while, haven't you? It would have been better if you had a drink while you waited. No thanks, drinking in the morning's a bit much. So you're asking about the evidence that proves Camilla is the culprit, right? Yes, exactly. What is it? I do have something that could be called evidence. Oh, never mind. Even if I do, I just can't go revealing the private life of someone who gave me a job. You literally just exposed your private life. You said Miss Camilla was having an affair and committed murder. Either way, if it's a useful clue, you should tell me. I'm not sure if this counts as a useful clue or not. Seriously, you clammed up after all that? How do I get him to talk? I would say combat. Combat to me is after throwing and running. I'm gonna go with combat. Oh, can I throw the wine at you? Oh no. So there's no way to undo... Is there? Okay, yeah. I can just go Super Saiyan. Well, let's try. Here I thought we were just like intimidating. We're like actually fighting you. And he has a pretty solid combat score. If we always go first though, that's a massive advantage. Dang, almost. Yay, we won! I slammed Kenneth against the wall with force to threaten him. Don't tell me what you know right now. I can't guarantee your safety. Ooh, what a thrill this early in the day. You realize you're being threatened right now? Ah, right. It was just so exciting I got a bit carried away. Who is this guy? There's no way he's just a regular pub staff member. Anyways, I'll tell you everything I know, so please let go of me. If the customer sees this, he'll be in trouble too, you know. Right. I'll let go of Kenneth and step back, feeling a little awkward. Continuing where I left off. Actually, the boss has been digging into Mr. Mayer's past lately. Maybe all's fair in love and war, but I didn't mention they were fighting a lot recently. After that, she started monitoring Mr. Mayer's every move. She even had me keep tabs on him. Oh, and there's something like a bank balance certificate, or maybe a bank transaction record. Anyway, she got some financial documents and stored them in the staff room safe. That's everything I know. Is that helpful? Stalking, surveillance, and financial documents. Even if Miss Camilla isn't the killer, they're still report-worthy. Hold on, wasn't something off about what Kenneth just said? If I press him, I might catch a lie or find something new. Oh, so now we've got, like, actual, like, Ace Attorney. Okay. Okay. The boss has been digging into his past lately. Okay. How does he know she stored them in the safe if he said he's not allowed back there? Wait, something you just said sounds strange. Didn't you say earlier that not even you have access to Camilla's safe? And how do you know those documents are there? Well, I guess I misspoke because I wanted to help you. You promised to tell the boss I'll explain. No. Do we promise to keep it a secret? I mean, we could probably go back on our word. Or just like, nah. We throw secrets at people's faces. I'm not sure I can promise that. Oh dear, even if you just lied and said yes, I would have told you. You must not be the type who lies well. Let's just say I used a method too tricky to share with someone as pure-hearted as you. It's supposed to be a compliment or an insult, and he still didn't say how he actually found out. Also, it looked like our friendship went up from that? By the way, for a proper investigation, it's only natural to visit the crime scene, analyze the method, and look for traces or clues, right? Fortunately, I have a camera on hand. I'll lend it to you just to make sure you return it once this is all over. Thanks, I'll make good use of it. Time to head over to the Mayor Estate and examine the crime scene. I might find some clues. I'm sure there won't be police at the crime scene. Yeah, can I get some more, throwy wine, please? Thank you. Okay, to the mansion. Almost there. Maybe in disguise, but I'm nervous Miss Mayer might recognize me. If I run into a police officer on the way, will they recognize me despite the disguise? I also need to think of how to sneak into the house. I hear the sound of people murmuring. What's that? Sounds like something near the Mayor Estate. Someone fighting? How can you not know your husband died in the house? I don't understand. So you are the killer, aren't you? You say something so cruel. Why would I kill William? He was my husband. Besides, he usually worked in the study at that time. I only stayed away so I wouldn't disturb him. Aren't you the killer? I don't know what William said to you, but he told me clearly that he'd never divorce me. And you found that out and acted out of spite? What? This is where Miss Camilla was. No wonder she wasn't at the pub. This is intense. But this might work in my favor. While they're busy arguing, I can sneak inside and inspect the crime scene. I don't think we snuck in to examine the crime scene. Sneak over. Ow. And hide by the fence before they see me. I feel I made eye contact with Miss Camilla just before hiding. Wait, didn't you hear something strange just now? What sound? Probably a cat or something. Are you just trying to run away by pretending you heard something because you're losing this argument? What did you say? Absolutely not. Why would I run away? Ooh, maybe it was just my imagination this time. I really need to be careful going in. I love how there was, like, literally zero consequence for failing that. I don't know when Miss Mayer might come in, so I should quickly check the crime scene and leave. Should probably take a photo before I begin investigating. Now then, let's see if there's anything that could be a clue. A pool of red liquid is spread out as if a glass has been spilled. The dried pool of red near William Mayer's head hasn't been cleaned. I thought it was blood at first glance yesterday, but now it looks like wine. Why would wine be pooled near his head? Did he collapse while drinking? This is where William Mayer's collapsed. The body's already been removed, so it's hard to determine the exact cause of death. A tightly locked box. Whatever's inside is pretty heavy. Great, it's locked. Curious what's inside, but I can't take the whole thing with me. I'll have to leave it. Expensive-looking pottery. Something inside is glinting. Looking closer. Gold coins? The owner's gone. Should I take it? I've robbed them! Books about child psychology and education. They're too like high level for our intelligence. Business management. Luxurious wine box. Wine? No, just the box. Looks like the wine is gone. He collapsed after drinking this wine, or was it something else? The wine bottle's missing. Guess the police took it. Might be evidence, so I'll take the box at least. Okay. A letter beginning with Dear Vincent. Looks like it was written for an adopted child. This isn't something I should be reading. I'll look at something else. Newspaper dated October 6th. A cutout photo of the Mayer family on adoption day is attached. Came here driven by resentment towards William Mayer, but I almost ended up hurting his family and the child he's going to adopt. He's dead now. What will happen to Vincent? Why did William want to adopt the child in the first place? Will the adoption still go through now that he's dead? Or maybe. No, this isn't something I should be worrying about. Anything else we can examine? A transparent bottle filled with unknown pills. Was William sick? Just in case, I'll take it with me. It's noisy outside. Don't tell me someone's coming into the house. I have to get out of here fast. Before someone comes in, I need to get out. Gasp. Mrs. Mayer, who is this person? I'm not sure either. Who are you to barge into our home uninvited? This is bad. What do I say? I'm a runner. Bye. An athlete. I was practicing parkour and accidentally ended up here. You ended up in someone else's house by accident while exercising? Aren't you the new regular at the pubs? You're an athlete. So you end up inside someone's house is too much. Are you that bad with directions? Or maybe... Enough. Ladies, I'd appreciate some silence. Either, what's your name? Not a murderer. Well, I think they're off scot-free. Alright. No! Alright, murderer! It backfired! Mr. Murderer was my father. I don't think I'm getting a fair trial. The defendant, Mr. Murderer. Seems like a great time to try out that. Alright, murderer. Yay. Okay, it worked. There we go. A clip was created. Alright, murderer. A murder happened here and I'm investigating. That means no civilians allowed. Whatever reason you had for being here doesn't change that, understood? Yes, I understand. I'm sorry, officer. Still, it's a relief I managed to examine the scene before the police arrived. Also, have you seen anyone named Raymond around? It looks like this. Yikes, if I hadn't seen that poster earlier this morning, I would have screamed. Just play dumb for now. I don't think I've seen him. Why, is he wanted? Maybe. Or that's just their name. They're wanted and you're a murderer. He was spotted at the crime scene yesterday. I tried to apprehend him on the spot, but unfortunately he got away. If I happened to see him, I'd appreciate it if you reported it right away. This would be even funnier if we just accepted no changes to our appearance. If I see him, I'll definitely report it. Good, and don't go sneaking into restricted areas again. We're already in short on officers in this town as it is. Officer, more importantly, do we know the cause of William's death? Sorry for interrupting. I just want to know how the investigation is going. Ma'am, of course. You deserve to know. They say Mr. Mayer's throat was swollen and he had hives all over his body. Most likely he suffocated due to a swollen airway. The autopsy found no signs of toxicity. Okay, an allergic reaction then, maybe? What if it was an accident? There's no murder. He was just allergic to some of the ingredients of this wine. There were no visible injuries except for a few minor bruises that looked like they came from struggling while suffocating. Oh no, so you still don't know what caused the symptoms? There must be a reason. Actually, when I entered the study earlier, I saw a wine pool near his head. Could there have been something wrong with the wine? What, didn't you just say there were no toxic reactions? He drank wine all the time. He's never had a problem drinking it. Right, we checked the wine since it seemed suspicious, but nothing harmful to the body was found. The autopsy was done by none other than Morris Howard himself. He's known for being one of the best. The wine couldn't have been the cause. There were no skin discolorations either, so it's unlikely he touched any poison. Dr. Howard conducted the autopsy himself? Yes, ma'am, but even he couldn't determine the exact cause of death. The doctor said that in rare cases, people who eat food they're not used to can develop similar symptoms and die, though modern medicine still doesn't fully understand why it happens. This is tricky. How exactly did William Mayer die? Was it really murder? I feel like I could find a clue if I asked the right question. Mr. Mayer collapsed while drinking wine. Could there have been something wrong with the wine? I already said there were no toxic substances found. Now that I think about it, that wine was probably a gift from Miss Barnes. What? I never gave you any wine. What, are you mocking me? I know you gave William that wine the night before. You must have spiked it with something, didn't you? You're the killer. I didn't meet him or give him any wine that day, so I don't have anything else to say. Didn't you say there was nothing wrong with the wine? Miss Mayer is William Mayer's wife, and Miss Camilla is his mistress, but neither of them look all that sad. Should I use heart check to figure what they're really feeling? Select a paragraph with the arrows to read the character's emotions. You can only use heart check once per situation. Roll the dice to determine whether the heart check succeeds. Successful, you understand all of the character's emotions in that line. If it fails, you'll only get a partial reading. Failing a heart check won't affect story progression, so feel free to enjoy it at your pace. That day. That's the important thing for me. If she's lying, she could have given it to him previously. I don't know what the stuff it'll tell me is. I'm just going to pick this one because that's the only thing that stands out to me. So we need a roll of 19 or higher. I don't think our focus, because that's going to boost us by 10% of 2, which is 0.2, which is going to be rounded down. I think we just roll and, oh geez, we might actually make this. Okay, never mind. anger. Anger and surprise, and a little bit of shame. Okay. Miss Camilla doesn't seem particularly happy, but she doesn't look sad either. Maybe their affair wasn't as close as I thought. She actually seems angrier than she lets on. Is she constantly fighting with Miss Mare because she's upset? Hard to tell from just her emotions right now. I'll have to gather more evidence. Did Mr. Mare eat anything new yesterday or recently? The meals weren't any different from usual. Her meals are usually handled by the maid, and she doesn't try new dishes often. Of course, I don't know what he might have eaten outside the house. Miss Barnes would know. Are you acknowledging my relationship with William? But how shameless can you be? Why should I be ashamed? It's not my fault I'm attractive. Not right, Nada. Yes, me? Well, you are quite attractive. Anyway, even when I had meals with William, he never showed any strange reactions. Not that we even met that day. Maybe not that day, but I know you met him the night before. I was busy working that night. This is getting intense. Is there anything else worth asking? Where's the maid now? She might know something. When I questioned her yesterday, she didn't seem suspicious. She was a bit on edge. I'd be scared too if something like that happened in the house. That's true. She's always been a bit timid, but diligent too. She's probably out buying groceries in the square now. Poor girl can't even take a day off after her employer dies. What, are you saying I should starve? At least cook for yourself. Ladies, please, argument won't let us get anywhere. Take your statements separately at the station. Maybe we'll find something useful that way. I should go around town and gather more information about the case. Okay, just looking at the time, I do think we're going to have to call this game here. This is definitely interesting. It has a lot of different moving parts. I'm not fully sure where, like, that heart meter is going to go. If it's just kind of giving us, like, extra information about how the characters feel in that moment to kind of, I guess, just, like, fluff out and, like, just give more of a, you know, more than just text. It gives you some kind of emotional feeling to it. This game seems pretty silly, but also it seems also interesting in that it's got a bunch of different pieces. It's got skill checks. It's got like Ace Attorney kind of stuff. It's got a dumb disguise, and we're not a murderer, but apparently just people call us Mr. Murderer. So there's that.